All right, guys, I'm going to try this again. So I was told by a number of people that they want me to actually show them how to draw the tree, not in a fast forward motion, but slow step by step. So first thing, we're just going to make one big line that's not perfect and put a little space, make another big line. Once again, we're going to kind of taper things off. We're going to start bigger in the bottom and work our way up. So I'm just going to go through there. And this is going to be a branch. It's going to branch off into there. Make a couple more if we want. Same thing with the other side. We're going to start over here, the base, and at any point you want to draw a branch, you can just do that and come back in. You can have as many or as few branches if you want. Uh, Trees aren't like humans, you don't have to have 5 fingers to, be a regular, normal hand. With branches, if you want 20 branches, you can get 20 branches. You want 2 branches, you get 2 branches. Um, if you're like, I want some more branches and you've already kind of drawn that, then that's fine. This will just kind of be in the background. Um, you know, if you take this and just move it forward a little bit, then it adds a little depth to where the branch is going to come out. So you just kind of cover up any small mistakes with another line since it's a tree. And at this point, we just start making lines go down. I usually make at least 1 or 2 little kind of curvy knots where like maybe there was a branch there that got destroyed or something. And then you just kind of fill all these random little vertical lines to kind of add texture. It does not require a whole lot of precision. If you kind of make wiggly lines or whatever, it's not going to ruin the thing. You definitely don't need to be straight and perfect. Trees are very organic, so they're not going to have like a need for like a ruler that you might see used on, like if you want to draw like a building or a car or something. So you just make a couple very little squiggly lines. The more squiggly lines you make, the more realistic kind of texture. But some trees are going to have more texture than others, and that's okay. So there. Usually at this point, once I've kind of determined my branches that I want, the next thing I'm going to move towards is leaves. So I'm going to draw a couple little shards of grass or blades of grass right here. Just trying to give you an idea of where it all is. At this point, I start with my lowest branch and determine at what point do I want the leaves to start showing up. So at that point, I'm just going to start making kind of jaggedy edged lines. Once again, taper on the bottom, get smaller as you go. And that's it. It doesn't have to feel very precise. It's about free flow. You just kind of move it. If you think that this part of the leaves are maybe too low and you want to add some more branches, you can obviously have some branches coming off from the back. Once again, you don't need to. A lot of art for like this kind of stuff is just you don't have to draw everything. Let the viewer's mind kind of build stuff in its place, and just put some little squiggly lines wherever you want the kind of branch to hide from the tree. So there we go. Let's do this. If you want to, you can even draw like some fruit kind of hanging out here. There's, make some apples. And doesn't have to be apples. This can be a fictitious fruit tree. So usually at this point, I kind of try to split my tree into kind of two branches. But you definitely don't have to. You can make three. You can make none. You could just make a big squiggly line right here and call it a day. But I like to kind of make it a little more creative. So there's that branch. So this will be another just on some fruit. You can make your fruit different sizes. If you go back and you want this to be a little more fleshed out, just drag another squiggly line over here, kind of work it out. I like to kind of add my fruit if I'm going to do that. Once again, you don't need to. Just kind of get it where it's somewhat balanced. You don't want all the fruit on one side. Also you don't want all of them to be sticking out. You want a lot of them to be kind of hanging off in the background. So there's more squiggly lines that kind of going to cover up the branches. You can have a little bit of stuff doing this right here. If you are going to make them stick out, don't forget to also make some that are kind of hidden away. So if you're going to do like an apple, you can do like a half circle and then just a squiggly line that's going to kind of cover it up. The whole idea is you're just trying to add dimension so that, we're just working with lines, so there's not really a three-dimensional canvas. You're working with lines, so you have to kind of do optical illusions to make it look like there's stuff in the foreground and the background. So there's some hidden little bits of fruit. Once again, just squiggly lines anywhere you want. We've got the basic outline. Now we're going to go through and fill in the leaves. Right now the leaves are very static and just kind of one-dimensional. If I were to grab a marker and color it, it would just be solid green. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my little pen, and once again, this is just a basic Sharpie pen, but you can literally use whatever you got. If you have a ballpoint pen, that works. If you only have a pencil, that works. If you have a random, just whatever marker and tool you have. You can also add little dots to the fruit, if this is like an orange or something. The idea is you just want to kind of make your little picture the kind of way you want it to. So it doesn't have to be natural or real, Orange trees don't really look like this, But maybe these are going to be little purple fruits or something. Maybe this will be a fantasy fruit. So maybe it'll be a real bitter, sour fruit. You just go through and kind of craft your trees to be the way you want them to be. So at this point, I'm going to go through and just start making these little kind of squiggly lines. Doesn't have to be anything precise. You're just putting texture down on the page. This is an example of one I did earlier. That was the one that a lot of people didn't like, that I went so fast on it. So there we go. Just gonna make as many little random swervy lines. Don't feel bound by any certain shape. It's all just meant to be free flowing. If you want to, you can actually do things like hide in words. Certain letters and words are going to be easier. Like if you just want to say like hello, I'm just going to show you. See how that's kind of like an H? E L L O. And then you just kind of make all these things kind of do that. As it is, it'll kind of be hidden, and pretty much you will be one of the few people, obviously, whoever writes it, that realizes what it says. But uh, you can make it as easy to see or as hard to see, and a lot of artists will put little subliminal things like that. Sometimes they write like loved ones' names and stuff in their artwork. It's pretty easy to this style. Once again, every style is different. I'm just trying to teach easy steps for how to do stuff. Down below in the comments, if there's another sort of thing that you would like me to draw, teach y'all how to draw. You can't do anything real precise, but I can teach real basic stuff if you're like, well, I want to know how to draw, a river or something like that, clouds, trees. The more generic and basic the item, the easier it is for me to teach you guys how to draw them. And, if you want to learn how to draw mountains, basic scenery. I can also do more complex things like faces and characters. Those obviously take a little bit more skill. This right here you can do with essentially any writing tool, any inks, pencils, you name it. It doesn't require a lot of detail. I'm going to go through with colors and color these, and you will see that the markers and stuff can make a big difference. Color obviously helps out a whole lot. Some people prefer just black and white drawings, and that's cool too. So, as you see, it's just kind of taking shape. It does not take a whole lot of skill to do these things. Some of these things I'm not even paying attention. I'm just kind of drawing on here. I like to make a lot of little swirls, and it works good for all the stuff I need. So there are definitely better art tutorials online you can find elsewhere, but just want to kind of show anybody can do some of these. They're fun and easy. You can also, if you want to make this like more of an older tree, have like gaps to where like there's like that right there would be a little hole I made. You would like maybe paint it blue, and you would see like holes and gaps through the leaves. As it is, I want this one to be really fleshed out and full, and so there's going to be a lot of there's not going to be any gaps in the leaves, what I'm trying to go for. So there we go. Alrighty, so that's basically how to draw a tree if you don't want the sped up version with all of my extra talking. So we're a little under 15 minutes. So and there we go. So there's our tree for now. Not sure if I want to add any more little random bits to it, but I think it looks good enough. So that's how to draw a tree. All right, we're at 15 minutes. Y'all have a great one.